What's up, everybody? Matt Inman back once again with another review, this time for Love, Simon. And this movie stars Nick Robinson, Jennifer Garner, Josh Duhamel, Logan Miller, Catherine Langford, and a bunch of other people. Love, Simon is about a guy named Simon, who would have thunk, and it's about him, and he basically lives a normal life, normal friends, normal parents, normal school, normal teachers, etc., etc., except that he has one pretty big secret that he hasn't told anyone, and that is that he is gay. And this is him coming to terms with that, and also him finding out that there's someone who is exactly like him at school, and that relationship building from there. Down to the movie itself and how I feel about it, guys, I actually really enjoyed this. It's a really solid fucking movie. Right from the get-go with this movie, down to the stylization of the opening credits and the score, I got a real John Hughes and 80s teen movie kind of vibe from this, and I really appreciated that. It was not so much drenched with nostalgia, it just had that vibe to it, and I really appreciated that. Didn't beat you over the head with it, it just had that vibe. I do want to say I went into this film completely blind. I hadn't seen a single trailer. I'd only really read a single plot synopsis before walking into this movie to see it, and it was really fresh and exciting to walk into a movie not knowing anything about it, just the bare bones minimum. I really suggest some of you do that sometime. It's really interesting. And with not having seen any trailers, I found myself laughing and enjoying parts a lot more than I think I would have if it not had been bashed in with a lot of trailers and TV spots. And the characters that inhabit this movie and pull the story forward are all very likable, or at least at some point or another. Even the characters that I don't think you're supposed to like or root for have at least one scene or point in the movie where they stand out or get a laugh/smile. Overall, Love, Simon is a solidly funny, heartwarming, cheesy as all hell at points, an emotional movie, but it doesn't try to overwork you for your emotions, especially your tears, and it may or may not have gotten me at a couple points. But with every movie does come at least a couple of problems, and this movie does run into a couple of snags along the way. As I said with my positives, the characters are really likable, but that's kind of the extent of it. They're not really all that well developed characters. They're just kind of there. They inhabit the space. And that's a bit unfortunate considering their likability, because I wish they had more to do. You don't really get to know anybody. Even our main character, Simon, doesn't really get a whole lot of points where he's fleshed out. I just don't really feel like we knew anybody in this movie. And our antagonist of the movie, if you could call him that, doesn't really get much of a comeuppance for the shitty things that he does throughout the movie. I don't even think he gets so much as a slap on the wrist from what I can remember, and that's kind of unfortunate because he does really do some despicable fucking things throughout this movie. Just saying, I wouldn't have minded if his dad would have chased him around the front yard with a belt or a switch or something. Just saying, shitty little kid. And Simon himself, while decent enough a character, also does some shitty things in the movie that kind of make him as bad as the antagonist himself at points. And that does become kind of a point of conversation later on in the movie, but I don't think it justifies it, if that makes sense. Overall, his actions just do really hamper down his character and make him hard to get behind after a little while. But with that said and done, Love, Simon still is a solid teen love story in a world where we're filled to the brim with those. And it has a nice, refreshing, topical spin on that, so I appreciate it. Along with some memorable characters and some damn fine scenes to boot. So overall, I'd give Love, Simon a 75 out of 100. I think it's worth your time in checking it out. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Love, Simon. If you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comments down there. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever you want. I'm also going to have a video pretty soon about what you can expect to see from this channel going forward. There's going to be some pretty big shit. Not literal shit, but videos. Pretty cool ideas for videos. Anyway, see you guys next time. As a bonus for staying tuned, here's some bloopers actually. Down here in the comments section down below, don't forget to... what the hell? But hey, have you seen Love, Simon? If you have, that sounds stupid. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to... oh god, that's even worse. I'm a mess.